I will now present the switchboard and the dashboard for a 2018 conventional style Bluebird school bus. This section of the panel over here, this controls my heaters. So over here, and every time you present the heaters, it's important to be a little bit dramatic. So you extend your hand and you go, oh, okay, I feel the heater. So over here we have the stairway heater. I extend my hand, okay, I confirm, everything is fine. Over here, that's a heater from the back. I cannot extend my hand to it, start it, but I can hear it. Another one to the back, I mentioned to the examiner that I can hear it very well. Then you can use all that heater pump switch over here is to send more heat to the back if necessary. And then also I can decide to send more of that air toward the driver, toward my seat, or toward the passengers with this switch over here, with this knob. Then I have this knob over here. This is the switch for my defrost. So I turn it low, medium, high. And again, you want to be dramatic and tell the examiner, okay, I feel the air, everything is fine. Then for this one, there is also a knob that controls where you send the most air. So toward the defrost or more toward you, the driver, like this. Also, this knob over here, it's to either send fresh air or keep recirculating the same air inside the vehicle. Then all those switches over here, those are the switches for my dome lights. The rear dome lights, the student dome lights to my left, student dome lights to my right, and above me there is a dome light for the driver that is controlled with this switch over here. And then these over here are the switches for my 8-way light system. The master switch should stay on at all times when you transport students. And then you use this switch over here for the warning lights, the amber flashing lights. So when I push it, we see the amber lights on the light monitor. And then it will switch from amber to red whenever I open my service door. I open my service door with this blue switch over here. And as soon as I do, my student cross arm extends. My amber light, my red lights on the light monitor show up. And my stop sign extends outside over here. And it stays that way until I close the door with that blue switch. Just like this. And then over here, this switch is for heat for my flat and convex mirrors. Over here, this switch that is for my strobe light. This is the no noise switch. So when I cross a railroad track, I press it to cut the noise from the fans, just like this. And this switch over here, that's for the fan that is right over here. Okay, I can feel it, everything is fine. Do not forget to adjust all your mirrors when you pre-trip. So you have to make a point, even if the mirror, the student rear view mirror is adjusted to your view, make a point to move it and readjust it to tell the examiner, okay, it's properly adjusted. And same for the flat and convex mirrors on each side. These are controlled with these knobs over here. Those are electric mirrors. And then there is my those cross view mirrors near the front bumper where the hood is. Those are adjusted manually. So tell the examiner, you know, I adjusted them a few minutes ago. They're properly adjusted. I look and they seem all right. You need to mention that so that the examiner can give you credit on her checklist. She can give you credit for it. And then after that, don't forget to blow the horn. My horn works properly. My steering wheel should have no more than 10 degrees of play. I also check my wipers and I make sure that I hold long enough for the sprayer to spray, so I can confirm that the sprayer sprays properly. Okay. And then this is the switch over here for my hazard lights. I pull like this, and then whenever I move the wiper handle like this, then it goes off. Those are my headlights, my switch for my headlights. This controls the light on my panel. And then when I'm done doing that, then I can talk about the different gauges on my switchboard. So there is the speedometer over here. There is the temperature gauge over here. Should read between 180 to 190, not to exceed 220 Fahrenheit. Well, over here it's not that more detailed, it's just pictograms. So, but I will mention these figures anyway. It's pretty much standard whenever you pre-trip. Over here, that's the tachometer, so your RPMs basically. And over here, that is the oil pressure gauge. Normally it should be at between 40 and 60 psi. Again, you don't see these numbers on the dashboard, but these are the numbers that are pretty much standard. Those are my air pressure gauges. There's one for the front air tank and one for the rear air tank. They should read at approximately 120 psi. Then there is my fuel gauge over here. It should be at adequate level because E means empty, it doesn't mean excellent. Over here, my transmission temperature. So we see that it's building, but it should read whenever the engine gets a bit warmer. It should be between 130 and 190 Fahrenheit. Over here, that's my voltmeter. It should be between 12 and 14 volts. And that's my odometer over here. There's not much to say about it. And this pretty much completes my all the other components like the cruise control, etc. You don't need to mention that. So this pretty much completes my presentation of the switchboard and dashboard.